I've been uploading my builds for a while now, usually in the form of shorts or 60-second videos. It's just a bit of fun for me, but recently more and more people have been requesting me to do tutorials. It's not what I would usually do, but I thought I might as well give it a try. Personally, I don't really love block-by-block tutorials, as I believe they hinder creativity and personalization to a certain extent. So this video is slightly hybrid, and I will mention multiple times to make it your own. So kind of just take this build as a blueprint, so use different block palettes, change up the themes, add different types of decorations. I hope you enjoy. These are going to be all the resources you need for the build. Throughout this video I refer to either block palettes or variations of a block. So you're going to need 200 of a stone block palette. Here I just have a stone, dead brain coral, cobblestone and mossy cobble. You can go with whatever you want. You're going to need 14 of that stone variation slabs, and then 3 of the stone variation stairs. And then your second floor is going to be made out of this granite brick variation, or whichever one you choose. And you're going to need 160 of these blocks. I went with brick, granite and polished granite. And then for your roof you're going to have a darker, well, you can choose a darker block palette. I went for just all the black stone blocks. You're going to need 181 full blocks, 190 stairs and 14 slabs. And then you're going to have a white block palette as well, and this is going to be for the roof window section, and it's just going to be 84 blocks. I went for white concrete powder, polished diorite and wool. And then here are all the other blocks you're going to need. To start the build, we're going to create the foundation, and this is going to be our stone box. Initially it's going to be 7 by 13 and then 5 high. I'm only using plain stone, but as I said earlier, if you want to use a stone variation to make it look more intriguing, I highly recommend it, but you don't have to, it's up to you. Next up we have the wooden pillars on the outside. These can create an extra layer of depth which adds to the aesthetics of the build, but they also allow for greater detail in later stages. These are also going to be 5 blocks tall, so they're going to be the same height as the stone box in the centre. Then we have a little bit of detailing connecting the different pillars. All it is alternating stairs and trapdoors. Stairs that are connected to pillars will face towards each other, and the stairs that are just connected directly to the wall, they will face forward. And remember to repeat this on all 4 sides. And then place some horizontal logs on the top of the pillars to create some more depth. After that, you're going to go around the top layer of the build and place one layer of blocks. For me, I'm using spruce blocks. And remember, this is on top of those trapdoors and stairs you just placed. Then we're going on to do further detailing on that top layer again now. However, it's slightly unclear due to the fact it's spruce on spruce, so I've put a slight guide at the top there for you. And you're going to repeat that on both the long and short sides. Moving on to the next story, just place down the bases for the log pillars. It should be relatively clear where they go. I made the eternal pillars 1 block lower by breaking the wood panel below it. It just makes the entire pillar flow better from the ground all the way to the roof. And then make sure that these are all 5 blocks tall, and they should all be the same height. Then the central pillars are also 5 tall, and in the middle of the short side they're also internal rather than external. And then fill in between those blocks your brick or granite variation. This roof detailing is the exact same as the layer below, just without the trapdoors at the very corners, so it should be relatively simple. Then the roof design looks more complex than it is. It's fairly simple once you understand the pattern. Just remember to build the roof outline 1 block out, and this just creates a greater idea of depth. And don't put the trapdoors at the end of the stairs, at the very bottom. And then you want to repeat that on both sides. Then on the long side, just use alternating trapdoors and slabs. Then you want to fill in the arch internally, and do that with your white block palette, and make sure there are no gaps basically. Then to fill in the roof, you just want to use your chosen block palette use the same block type as the spruce outline, and it should all come together. For the detailing at the top of the roof, it's a relatively simple slab design, which should be easy to follow, and then on top of the full blocks, just place some iron bars. And for the middle section, break down the wall, and then one block back, place alternating stripped dark oak wood, and then dark oak planks, and then place dark oak doors under the dark oak plank strips. Place granite walls in the corners with fences underneath, and then lamps on top of the walls. And the balcony is just oak trapdoors and signs, and make sure to leave the middle trapdoor down and place a sign on it so it matches. Finally, place an upside down dark oak stair between the doors and place a plant pot on it just for some extra decoration. Okay, so for my window design, I kind of like to do a Tuscan style window. I say Tuscan, there's actually nothing Tuscan about it. I just don't know any other words to describe a window. What you're going to do is knock out those 4 center blocks and then place glass panes in them. And you're going to put 2 slabs at the top there with trapdoors either side and trapdoors at the bottom like that. Then you're going to put fences under those trapdoors and gates in front of the glass. Once you've built those windows, place trapdoors on the base and tops of the wooden pillars. However, only do that if you physically can. And then place spruce on the top of the wooden pillars. However, if you're building with a different block, just place any lighter sign variant. And then put stone buttons on the top of the trapdoors at the bottom of the pillars. I don't know why, I think it looks better. You might disagree, in which case don't. It's your build. Finally, sprinkle around some leaves and vines. Moving on to the ground layer, place stairs at the bottom of the pillars to basically create the idea of a foundation, and then knock out those central blocks and create 3 high windows, which you can fill with either glass panes or iron bars, depending on your preference or your build theme. And then to create the window shutters, place vertical trapdoors in front of the windows, and make sure it is actually the block in front of the windows, not to the side. This gives you more space for the later vines and leaves if you are placing those around. Then put stone buttons on the logs facing outwards, and then repeat the trapdoor and sign process from before. And finally, just throw some leaves and vines in places. Okay, so to build the windows, I made it unnecessarily complex. Is it worth it? No, they're very mediocre looking windows, and yet I can't be bothered to change it for a different design. So I've already built one half of it here, and now I'm going to build the second half. So you just want to build it 2 blocks out. You're going to start with your trapdoor, your slab, and then build it up 2 blocks. You're going to leave a 2 block gap, and they're going to build another block there. And just put a slab there, going to be connecting those 2. But only build it one half at a time. And then you're going to place 2 grass blocks there, and break those blocks above it with 4 spruce signs like that. Then to build it up, just going to want to place 2 of your dark stone variant there, and you're going to want to put fences in front of those blocks and upside down stairs coming off those fences, and then correct way upstairs coming off them. And you might want to just correct your stairs there. Okay, and then what you do, you basically create these slabs up there, just like that, so both sides, and just create some more, I don't know, triangular looking thing. And you want to knock out those blocks and grab some glass. I chose white stained glass, don't know why, can't even see it with the shader pack. And there you go, there's your window. And just for some light, yes, put some end rods there. And that is how you build the unnecessarily complex window. So you want to do the exact same on the other side, just make sure that it connects properly. For the roof segment, use the same window design that I showed earlier, just instead of 2 blocks, only make it 1 block wide this time. The middle layer, I used a simpler window design, so just trapdoors and gates. This just allows more rooms for the leaves and vines, so gives a greater texture. Yes. And then place an upside down stair with a lamp on, and it just gives some lighting to the wall. And for the entrance, carve a 9x9 hole, 1 block up. Place a door surrounded by planks 1 block back. And then use an inverted stairs for an arch and a lamp for lighting. And then, spread around those vines and leaves again. At the other end of the house, just repeat what you already know. So for the roof segment, just recreate that longer window. On the first floor, just place 2 of those simplified windows, or you can always go for the more complex ones or more detailed ones if you prefer. And on the ground floor, just 3 more bar windows with shutters. And don't forget to throw some more leaves and vines around if you want. Thank you for watching. As I said earlier, this video isn't something I would normally do, and it was a bit out of my comfort zone. So I hope it was helpful, it was a decent tutorial, and if you did build it or did enjoy the video, any form of support would be highly appreciated. If you have any other recommendations for a tutorial, if you did enjoy it, please comment below. Anyway, thanks a lot.